How's it going, everybody? My name is Joshua Aridhol Cantrell with Metasource Games, coming to you for a quick NFT draft demonstration. This is the first draft of the team builder that you guys are going to use to enter tournaments and build your teams, etc. There'll be a slightly different version for the scholarship entry teams and things like that. But I just thought I would show off a quick demonstration. You guys can all see how this works. We'll go through it. And hopefully that'll be something fun for everybody to just kind of get this decent idea. And you guys can start giving us feedback and things like that. So first of all, you can see that we do have a different selector for whether you're making a free or paid entry team. It does change the rules a little bit. With a free entry team, you need at least 3 Season 3 cards, which you can see reflected up here. And then if you are sponsoring a team and paying to enter one of the tournaments, you only need 1 Season 3 card. Okay, you can see it updating here. So we'll go ahead and pretend we're making a free entry. You can see here, every team must contain 10 cards. All right, this is necessary for the contract and the validations. Every team is going to need exactly 10 cards. So how you fill those cards is going to be up to you with some parameters. Down here, you see team cost must fall between 95 and 130 points. That is inclusive, of course, so you can get to exactly 130, and that team will be valid. Defense and kicker cards, and of course, defense kicker hybrid cards, you need to have at least 1. You can have a max of 2, but they cannot be from the same team. Pretty straightforward. Obviously, you don't want a defense and a defense kicker both from Pittsburgh. That doesn't make any sense. Season 3 cards here. There you go. We already looked at that one. And then quarterbacks are straightforward. Every team needs to at least have 1 quarterback. You may have up to 2. Obviously, you can't have 2 from the same team. Can't have 2 copies of Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, etc. So we kind of simplified it here because you always need a quarterback and you always need a defense kicker or hybrid defense and kicker card. Our first 2 slots just automatically require that you put in those cards. So you'll click here and you can see all of my quarterbacks. If you mouse over, there will be a little more information in here for everybody. There's going to be the name of the quarterback. There will also be a picture from the API that will show you their face, just in case a little facial recognition is helpful. But this is a good place to start. You can see all of my different Season 3 cards. This is on the testnet, so it is a little different. But anyway, so let's see. Kansas City quarterback, Atlanta. Let's go with Atlanta, right? So we've got our Atlanta quarterback 1. And we see here that we open our defenses. We can see that we have defenses. We can look at the positions here. We could filter to only the hybrids or only the strict defenses only. See different rarities represented. You do have selectors for your costs and things like that. Pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and have a hybrid here. Defense kicker hybrid. Las Vegas. Let's go with Baltimore, right? So bring in Baltimore. All right, so now you can see we have our Atlanta quarterback 1 and our Baltimore defense and kicker. And you can see now that the builder is updating here. We have our total cost, 33, which is 18 plus 15, just what it should be. Defense and kicker cards, we have 1 out of 2. So now we have a green check mark. We have fulfilled this. We can add up to 1 more defense, but we cannot go beyond that. But we don't have to. We can just do 1, and that's fine. Same thing with quarterback. You can see the green check mark. We have fulfilled it. Season 3 card requirement, we only have 2 of 3. 2 of 10 cards, and our cost doesn't fall between 95 and 130, so we are not done yet. Okay, so let's go here. We will pick up, how about we can filter by Atlanta. We can take a look at some of the cards that we have. We've got Atlanta tight end, running back. Let's do this one since we have want to show a rarity. Atlanta running back number 1. We have a team captain on testnet. I'd like to have that one on LiveNet. There you go. Now you can see that we have a different rarity in here. You can see the animations because this is a team captain. It has animations. They are working on the front end. You can now see that we have 3 of 3 required Season 3 cards. Since we're on the testnet, we're only using Season 3 cards, but you would, at this point, be able to start using different cards. Total cards is 3 out of 10, and our cost is updated. All right, let's go ahead and just fill out the team real quick. You see we have a projected value in here, which is awesome. We'll reveal a little more about that later, but that's going to be really, really great. You can search directly in here. So let's say I want to add some Buffalo players. Search directly, type in Buffalo. It's pretty awesome. Look here, we got a Buffalo tight end number 2, team captain. So let's just add it just for the sake of having a team captain. We'll go in here. Let's do something different. Chicago. Let's get a Chicago. All right. So let's say I want another defense, and I think Chicago defense has got a good matchup this week. So I'm going to bring in the Chicago defense. All right. Now you'll see we are at 2 out of 2 defense cards. Now let's try and add another defense. Right. So let's go position, defense, kicker, hybrid. Ooh. See, now all of this screen is blocked off. You cannot even select a defense or kicker hybrid card. If we go to defense, we'll see the same thing because none of them are eligible to be added to this team. All right. So if we were to exit out, go back to this card, if we're getting rid of this card, then we can pick up a different defense. Let's see. Look, we got Atlanta defense. We switch it. So now we have the Atlanta defense. We were able to switch out a defense for another defense, but we won't be able to add another defense. Let's go down here. Let's do the same thing for a quarterback. Right now we have 1, so we should be able to add another. Let's say we feel really good about Justin Fields this week, Chicago quarterback. So we're grabbing Chicago. Now you can see up here, same thing as the defenses. Now we have 2 out of 2. We are compliant. But if we tried to add a new quarterback, that's not what I was trying to do. Position, quarterback. Nope, it will not allow it. All right, so the builder is trying to be as smart as possible, not allowing you to use cards that are ineligible. We're going to have filters for things like bye weeks too. So teams that are on bye will automatically be filtered out. That's going to be really, really awesome. Let's go ahead and exit out of that. All right, so let's go ahead and just fill this team out now. Try and get it into the range. Let's see. Let's go grab some running backs. How about Detroit running back number 2? All right, so total cost is now 95. That is now compliant, but we do need 3 more cards. Let's see here. Why don't we add a Dallas player? We're feeling good about CD Lamb, Dallas wide receiver number 1. All right, so now our cost is at 115. We have 15 more points for our last 2. So let's do this. Let's say I'm feeling really good about Dak Prescott throwing the ball this week. So I'm going to get a Dallas wide receiver. I can look at it this way, or maybe I just want to see Dallas players that cost less than 8. Well, how about that? Pretty interesting. We've got a little slider that'll allow us to dynamically adjust based on cost. But let's go back to wide receiver. I think that's an interesting way to go. We can see Dallas wide receiver 3 is going to cost me 9 this week. I'm feeling like Dak's going to spread the ball around quite a bit. Wide receiver 3 is going to be worth maybe 60 yards and a touchdown. I'm feeling good about that. I'm going to bring him onto the team. Now we've got total cost 124. It'd be nice to try and get as close to 130 as possible just for the sake of doing it. So let's go ahead and filter down to 6. All right, Denver wide receiver 4. Let's see here, team. Well, I feel good about Detroit. Let's see Detroit. Okay, Detroit wide receiver 5 costs me 5. Oh, you know what? I want this to be. There is no 6 for Detroit, Bummer. All right, let's think about this a little bit more. What about Denver? What do we think about Denver? Oh, no 6 cost cards on Denver. What about Buffalo? Buffalo wide receiver 4. Could be interesting. Get some people involved. What about Arizona? Maybe we can get good value out of Arizona. Wide receiver 4. It's not bad. Let's go ahead and add it just for the sake of seeing it. Now you can see we are total cost looking really good. Let's try and get rid of that card. Let's try and add something higher than that. All right, so you can see here. Let's go with about Dallas again. I want this Dallas running back number 2, but you remember I don't have enough points for this, so let's see what happens. You can't spend more than 130 points. So you see it kind of gives you a little helper there. We'll go ahead and add that wide receiver 4 since that matches the cost that we need. So now you can see we are all green. We have our 10 cards. We have our cost appropriate. We're right at 130, which I said would work, and it does. Defense and kicker cards eligible. Quarterback here. Season 3 cards good to go. And now all we need to do is name the team and submit, and we're good to go. Of course, when the game is live, you'll also need to select what tournament this is going into. Or that'll autofill if you were coming from the tournament page. I want to enter tournament number 1. It'll autofill that one when you click to build. But that's pretty much it. Should give you guys a decent little idea of what's going on. We can click this guy here, get rid of him, get a different quarterback if we want. Quarterback. Let's see. Carolina. Well, we feel good about Carolina this week, not Atlanta. So we went Carolina. Still works. They happen to both be the same cost, so that's easy for us. But yeah, everything's looking really nice. It is, of course, a work in progress. There are a few little tweaks that we will make to make this a little cleaner. That value number that you saw there, projected value, that's going to be API driven. It will be week to week. So it will compare a card's cost with looks like Jordan Love is 15 this year too. That's pretty cool. So it'll compare the cost with their projected fantasy value for the week. That'll actually be based on live scoring projections. Of course, they're just projections, but gives you a decent idea for somebody who might be extra valuable, somebody who's looking to have a really, really great week. And their cost is pretty low, or you have a higher rarity that's going to give you a little bonus. Those will all be factored into the projected scores, the projected value. And that should make everything really easy for newer players, especially players who are not as familiar with daily fantasy. Hopefully that will be an awesome system. We will, of course, have some streamlined versions of this that will work even quicker and with less visual aids for those who are just looking to build their teams quickly. So we're going to have that option too, but this is the basic team builder for everybody. Hopefully it makes a ton of sense, and hopefully you guys like it. All right. Thank you very much, everybody.